comfortable?
Yes.
Yes, good. So I want you to trust and say the first thing that comes to your mind as we're talking. I want you to trust the first thing that comes to mind. When you see something, give me as much detail as possible. Talk to me and give me as much detail as possible. You will be protected, and I don't want you to overthink it. Allow me to guide you through the session. Believe in yourself and trust the process. So take a deep breath in and exhale. So my truest intention is for you to experience the most out of your life, to live a fulfilled, happier life. If I were to say to you, imagine a bird, can you imagine a bird?
Yes.
If I were to say to you, imagine a yellow flower, can you imagine a yellow flower?
Yes.
If I were to say to you, imagine a blue car, can you imagine a blue car?
Yes.
If I were to say to you, imagine a dog, can you imagine a dog?
Yes.
If I were to say to you, imagine a cat, can you imagine a cat?
Yes.
Will you imagine a tall green tree with long branches and lots of leaves? Will you imagine that the wind is blowing through the leaves? Can you imagine that?
Yes.
This is the part of the mind we'll be working with today. This is the part of the mind that has the pictures and the memories. This is the part of the mind that is active at night while you sleep. Because this is the part of the mind that is active while you sleep. This is the part of the mind that has the images and the symbols. You'll be able to describe these images with details as you see them, just like you see them in your dreams. This is the part of the mind we'll be working with today. So just for this little while that we do this today, you have no problems. You have no worries. You can relax and be here in the moment. You have nothing to worry about. Enjoy what it feels like to have relaxation moving through your body. If there's any tensions anywhere in the body, they will flow out. Release them. Let them flow out and away. We don't need them. You don't need them. Enjoy what it feels like, this relaxation moving through your body. This is a luxury that very few people allow themselves, to take a little time out of their day to just relax and not to have to think about anything. Take advantage of it while you can. Enjoy the experience. Remember that when you awaken, you will feel truly rested and refreshed. Anytime you do anything like this, it will always be an enjoyable experience. Remember, if you hear any sounds in the room or outside the room, they're just natural noises occurring in the background. They will not bother you in any way or distract you in any way. If you hear anything, it will just fade and become part of the background. Now, I would like for you to imagine a beautiful pyramid of golden light showering over you. Allow the golden light to To start at your head, wash over your head, your face, filling all the spaces, down over your shoulders and your trunk, washing over your neck, covering your body and waist. The golden glow is gliding over your legs and feet as the golden light of protection washes over your body, surrounding you with great protection and comforting light. This is allowed to be your shield. The golden light is a very powerful shield, and it's all around you. It will protect you from anything. It will remain around you the entire session. Nothing will harm you, mentally or physically. You are protected. You are safe. You know it and you feel it. This makes you comfortable and safe. Now, I would like for you to imagine the most beautiful place, a place you consider beautiful, a place with no worries, no problems. It may be a forest, it may be a seashore, it may be a meadow, a place you consider beautiful and peaceful. Can you find a place like that?
Yes.
Will you tell me about it?
It's a meadow. There are purple and pink flowers low on the ground. There is a little river, and it's a bit mushy when you walk on it. There is a bit more like a marsh, and far away in the distance there are like mountains, but they are very far. And that water runs slowly, but you can hear it running in the meadow.
Can you hear the water from where you're at?
Yeah, it becomes a bigger river.
Do you hear anything else around you?
I can hear birds. It's like I'm now more moving towards the sea. It's like I'm more flying over the meadow, and that it's nearby the seashore, and there are rocks formation going into the sea.
Can you smell anything where you're at?
Well, the sea.
You have no worries in a place like that. It's peaceful. There's no worries and no problems. Just peace and quiet. Now take a deep breath in and enjoy the fresh air. Exhale and relax. Can you see the sky from where you are?
Yeah.
As you look up at the sky, imagine a fluffy cloud coming into view. I'm going to ask you to do something. It may sound strange, but I want you to float up to the cloud and sit on it. You don't have to worry. It will support you like magic. What do you feel like to sit on a cloud?
It's nice. It's comfortable.
Some people think it feels like a comfortable chair of cotton, but it can hold you like magic. It's very comfortable, isn't it?
Yes.
Lay back on that comfortable cloud. Allow it to absorb all your weight. It's such a beautiful, wonderful feeling. Like you don't have any weight at all. You can become one with that beautiful cloud if you want to. You can wrap up in the cloud. You can snuggle down in the cloud. That's such a beautiful, comfortable, safe feeling. It's almost as though you don't have a body. As you become one with the beautiful, safe, comfortable cloud. And the cloud is floating through the air. And it's carrying you with it. Safe and protected, drifting and floating, floating and drifting. And this cloud drifts over the land and over the valleys and over the mountains. It even floats over the ocean if you want it to, carrying you with it, safe, protected, comfortable, drifting and floating, floating and drifting, over the land, over the valleys, protected and safe. And this cloud is magic because it can carry you back and back and back in time and space to another time, another place where there's information we would like to find to help you in the very best way that we can. The cloud is moving back and back and back. We're looking for the most appropriate time and place to stop, to look and examine. Now that the cloud has slowed down, it's stopping at the most appropriate time and place. Now that the cloud has stopped at the most appropriate time and place, I would like for you to drift off the cloud, back down, 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 down to the surface. It will not be sudden. It will be a gentle drifting down, back down to the surface. Can you tell me the very first thing that you see? You have to trust and allow the images or the information to come through. Can you sense or feel your first impression now that you're off the cloud and the cloud has drifted away? Can you tell me where you are?
feel that crystal left of me really very, very strongly. It's like that energy of the crystal that's left of my head is keeping me awake.
Okay.
Thank you. It's like it's
So are you still on the cloud?
No, it's like the energies are now stabilizing. I think my brain needs to just 1 second. No images.
Okay. So let's drift and float. We're flowing and drifting in time and in space to another time, another place where there's information we would like to find to help you the very best way that we can. The cloud is moving back and back and back. We're looking for the most appropriate time and place to stop, look, and examine. We're stopping at the most appropriate time and place to receive information that will best help you find healing through your body. We're now at the most appropriate time and place. I would like for you to drift down, down, down to a surface or an impression. And tell me what some of the first things.
I'm really sorry, the crystals are really bothering me. I am very sensitive to crystals.
Okay.
It's how would you explain that? It's like I feel one field around my head. I'm sorry about that.
That's okay.
I think it has to do with the dragon crystal.
Have you reset?
I'm sorry.
Have you reset?
My brain is. It was really like I'm getting one big field around my head, and there were absolutely no images. It was like preventing me.
Okay.
I'm sorry about that.
No, that's okay. Okay. much detail as possible. Talk to me and give me as much detail as possible. You will be safe and protected. Don't overthink it. Allow me to guide you through. Believe in yourself and trust the process. Take a deep breath in and exhale. My truest intentions is for you to experience the most out of your life, to live a more fulfilled, happier life. If I were to say to you, imagine a bird, can you imagine a bird?
Yes.
If I were to say to you, imagine a yellow flower, can you imagine a yellow flower?
Yes.
If I were to say to you, imagine a blue car, can you imagine a blue car?
Yes.
If I were to say to you, imagine a dog, can you imagine a dog?
Yes.
If I were to say to you, imagine a cat, can you imagine a cat?
Yes.
Will you imagine a tall tree with green leaves and long branches?
Yes.
Will you imagine the wind blowing through the leaves?
Yes.
This is the part of the mind we'll be working with today. This is the part of the mind that has the pictures and the memories. This is the part of the mind that's active while you sleep, because this is the part of the mind that has the images and the symbols. You'll be able to describe these images with details as you see them, just like you see them in your dreams. This is the part of the mind we'll be working with today. So just for this little while that we do this today, you have no problems. You have no worries. You can relax and be here in this moment. You have nothing to worry about, and enjoy what it feels like to have relaxation moving through your body. If there's any tensions anywhere in your body, they will flow out. Release them. Let them flow away. We don't need them. You don't need them. Enjoy what it feels like, this relaxation moving through your body. This is a luxury very few people allow themselves, to take time out of their day to just relax and not to think about anything. Take advantage of it while you can. Enjoy the experience. Remember, when you awaken, you'll feel truly rested and refreshed. Anytime you do anything like this, it will always be an enjoyable experience. Remember, if you hear any sounds in the room or outside the room, they are natural noises occurring in the background. They will not bother you in any way or distract you in any way. If you hear anything, it will just fade and become a part of the background. Now, I would like for you to imagine a beautiful pyramid of golden light showering over you, starting at your head, washing over your neck, covering your body and waist. The golden glow is gliding over your legs and your feet. As the golden glow of light of protection washes over your body, surrounding you with great protection, comfort. This is allowed to be your shield of protection. The golden light is a very powerful shield, and it's all around you. It will protect you from anything, and it will remain around you the entire session. Nothing will harm you, mentally or physically. You're protected. You are safe. You know it, and you feel it. This makes you comfortable and safe. Now, I would like for you to imagine the most beautiful place, a place you consider to be beautiful, a place with no worries, no problems. It may be a forest, it may be a seashore, it may be a meadow, a place you consider beautiful and peaceful. Can you find a place like that?
Yes, it's a lake, and it's like there is a rice field.
Do you hear anything around the lake?
No, it's like I am like on a boat. And the boat is close to the shore.
What else do you do on the boat?
And I look at the water. That's the water flowing along the boat.
Is the boat moving?
Very quietly. It's not a deep boat because the water is quite close to the to where I am sitting.
You have no worries in a place like that. It's peaceful. There's no worries and no problems. Just peace and quiet. Take a deep breath in and enjoy the fresh air. Exhale and relax. Can you see the sky from where you are?
Yes.
As you look up at the sky, I would like for you to imagine a fluffy cloud coming into view. I'm going to ask you to do something. It may sound strange, but I want you to float up to the cloud and sit on it. Don't worry. It will support you like magic. What would it feel like to sit on a cloud?
Nice and comfy.
It will hold you just like magic. It's very comfortable, isn't it? Lay back on that comfortable cloud. Allow it to absorb all your weight. It's such a beautiful, wonderful feeling. Like you don't have any weight at all. You can just be one with that beautiful cloud. If you want to lay back on the cloud, allow it to absorb all your weight. if you want to. You could wrap up in the cloud, snuggle down in the cloud. That's such a beautiful, comfortable, safe feeling. It's almost as though you don't have a body. As you become one with that beautiful, safe, comfortable cloud. And the cloud is floating through the air. And it's carrying you with it. Safe and protected, drifting and floating, floating and drifting. And this cloud drifts over the land, and over the valleys, and over the mountains. It even floats over the ocean if you wanted to, carrying you with it. Safe, protected, comfortable, drifting and floating, floating and drifting. Over the land, over the valleys, protected and safe. And this cloud is magic because it can carry you back and back and back in time and space to another time, another place where there's information we would like to help you find in the very best way that we can. The cloud is moving back and back and back, and we're looking for the most appropriate time and place to stop, look, and examine. Now the cloud has slowed down, and it's stopping at the most appropriate time and place. Now that the cloud has stopped at the most appropriate time and place, I would like for you to drift off the cloud, back down, 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 down to the surface. It will not be sudden. It'll be a gentle drifting down, back down, down to the surface. Tell me the very first thing you see or the impression that you receive.
It's like a stone wheel. It's like, but it's standing more to my right, and it's like a kind of portal with symbols on it.
What kind of symbols?
I don't know the language.
How do you know it's a portal?
Because it's like a wheel with a tunnel in it.
And what are you doing there?
I'm in the tunnel.
In the tunnel. Or can you tell me what you're doing in the tunnel?
I'm walking. It's a dark tunnel.
How do you know where to go?
There's just one direction.
Okay. Do you know where you're trying to get to in the tunnel?
No.
Okay. Let's move to the end of the tunnel. You arrived at the end of the tunnel. What do you see?
It's like there's a a room, and instead of being round, it becomes a rectangular.
Is there anything in this room?
It's still dark.
Dark, okay. How do you know it's rectangular?
I just see a faint feeling going through that hallway. It's rectangular instead of
There's a light that appears and it helps illuminate the room. Look around the room and tell me what's in the room.
there are some stone objects. It's very faint. I don't see them very well.
Why are you in that room?
Initiation.
Initiation into what?
I can see it's like some stone sarcophage. I don't know. It's like there is a body, but I think it's a stone body.
Is that in the room? Okay.
But I don't see it very clear. It's dark.
For this initiation, what are you supposed to do? What are the requirements?
I don't know.
Okay. How long do you stay in the room?
It's like moving into the walls. It's like I'm moving up now in that building.
Is this a part of the initiation?
No, no, it's a shaft, and I'm moving up in that shaft.
Okay.
It's like I'm going, out of because there's, I think, more light, or it's a shaft I'm moving in.
Okay. That's good. Move towards the light and things will become clear. And once you reach the light, tell me, what do you see?
I think I'm in space. I see kind of, I don't know, planet or with a glow on the horizon, but I'm in space.
Okay. Let's observe yourself for a moment. Can you see if you have arms or legs?
No.
Can you sense your body?
It's not a body.
Can you tell me what it is?
Consciousness.
Okay. Do you have any features that you can tell me?
No, the planet is gone.
Do you sense anything else around you? How were you able to move between the walls?
Energy.
What was the reason for going to the tunnel, to the room with the rocks?
Passage.
A passage to where?
Higher consciousness.
Okay. So do you see anything below you or around you?
Triangles. It's like they are forming a new passage.
What do you do with the triangles?
You can walk in them, and then it's like a new tunnel.
Is there any particular place you want to go?
No.
How do you feel seeing the triangles?
I'm in the tunnel, and it's almost finished. I'm almost getting out, and I'm again in space.
Are you creating the tunnel?
It's gone. I'm in space, and I have a high speed, moving fast.
Where are you headed? What is it that you're doing whenever you're going fast?
Just moving.
Okay. What is it that you do with your time?
No time, just moving.
Just moving, okay. Is there any particular direction that you're moving? Is there a reason you have to move?
No.
Okay, can you go to the place where you live? I'd like for you to look at it from the outside. Will you describe it to me?
I don't have a place. I am just. I am.
Okay.
I don't have a particular place.
Okay. Do you eat anything?
I'm just energy.
Okay. Let's move ahead to an important day. A day you consider to be important. Let's leave that scene and move forward to an important day. Can you describe to me what's going on?
I reached the planet with a globe, and I'm around the planet. It's dark, but there is a glow.
And you said you're around the planet. Are you creating the glow?
No,
Okay.
I'm attracted by the glow.
Oh, okay. What is it that you'll do at this planet?
Nothing, I'm just enjoying being here.
Okay. Why is this day important to you?
It's different.
How is it different?
Different from moving through space.
What does the planet look like?
It's quite dark, but there is like a glow of a sun behind it. Makes it special.
How long do you stay there?
Until I see something else.
Okay.
There is like, I think it must be a gaseous planet because it's like there are eruptions or
How do you live on a planet like that?
I'm energy.
So it doesn't bother you?
No.
And why is it that you visit the planet like that?
Curious.
What is it that you do while you're there?
Approaching and observing and feeling the energies that are there.
Are they okay with you being there too? Okay. You will not have any physical sensation. Whatever has happened has already happened of that lifetime. And you have now passed away, and you're on the other side of it. From that perspective, you can look back on the entire life and view it. What was the purpose of that lifetime?
It's not really a lifetime, it's just energy.
Okay. So what was the purpose of experiencing the energy?
It's who I am.
Okay. And what did you learn experiencing the energy?
Freedom. The vastness.
Let's drift away from that life. We're drifting and floating away from that life, leaving the energy there to continue on their journey. They'll find peace. They'll find what they're meant to find. We're leaving them to continue on their path. Now I ask all the consciousness and personality of Helene to once again return to the body and fully integrate back into the body. Imagine a river of white energy. Imagine it runs from the heavens above down to your head, to your spine, filling all the spaces, flowing through your body, all the way down to your toes, allowing you to receive messages from higher power. You're still connected to the present, but allow your higher power to speak through you. May I please speak to Helene's subconscious?
Yes.
I respect the power of the subconscious because I know the subconscious takes care of Helene's body and does a very good job of it. I also know the subconscious has the records of everything that has ever happened to Helene in this lifetime and all other lifetimes that she has ever lived. So I respect the power of the subconscious, and I always ask permission to speak to it and ask questions. I know that the subconscious could have brought forth many different lifetimes for Helene to see today. Why did you choose that lifetime?
To show her her essence.
Is that what she's connected to or where she's from?
It's the essence of all.
Can I ask you to do a body scan for Helene?
Yes.
Can you tell me how you're doing that?
We are looking at the brain.
Do you see anything in her brain?
the third eye is being activated.
How long will that take to activate it?
It is activated.
Okay. What are you scanning for next? Will you tell me what you find?
We are working on her different bodies and opening up different layers.
Why does she need them open?
And shields that were around her that need to be opened so that the energy can flow. And that the light can reach deeper.
And how will that help her?
The energy will be able to move better in her body.
So where's the energy blocks in her body?
On the neck and the shoulder. And on the right side of the face.
Once you open the energy field, will that be healed? Why are they blocked? The face, the neck, and the shoulder.
Don't know.
Okay, if you can give her details, she may be able to help heal the process. Is that correct?
There are a lot of blockages on the right side. Now the elbow is being worked on.
And why does she have the blockage in her elbow?
Holding on to things.
And what is she holding on to? while you continue to scan and release the emotional blockages or blocked energy, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Okay. Where does Helene come from?
Source.
Okay. Will you be able to show her that? While you show her, can you describe to me what she's seeing?
Moving energy.
Is that the lifetime we just seen?
That was a stage of it.
Okay. Can you show her the bigger picture? What is it that she sees?
She just feels the energy.
Okay. What is life like there?
You just are.
Do we know everything? In that life? What is her job there?
Just to be.
Why did she come to Earth this time? What is her mission?
To better understand.
Did she volunteer to come? So how's the body scan going?
Lots of work on the right arm.
Okay.
There are still old shields that needs to be removed.
What are the old shields from?
Battles and protection.
Battles from what? Or from when?
Doesn't matter. Just need to be removed.
So she doesn't need to know the reason why?
No.
What are you working on now?
Still on the arm.
Okay. Can I ask you more questions?
Yes.
Can you allow her to see the Akashic records?
Representation of it, yes.
Can you describe to me what she's seeing?
Library in space.
Does she have a role there?
Not particular.
Okay.
She can access it, like everybody.
And what is the information called?
What do you mean?
That we receive. What is the information called?
Don't understand the question.
Okay. Will you show her the Temple of Healing? Will you describe to me what she's seeing or doing while visiting the Temple of Healing?
She's back in the tunnel under the temple. It's a kind of shaft where she walks in. It's dark.
Is she getting healed? Can you tell me what you're showing her?
She's at the end of the shaft and now she is reaching another shaft. That brings her upstairs very fast. Kind of pyramid she's in, and she's moving into the shaft of the pyramid.
What does it look like in there?
Just a shaft.
What is she doing now?
She's back energy. She's now outside of the pyramid. She can see the pyramid, but she's moving fast away from it.
Why is she moving away from it? She was wanting a lot of medical or health concerns addressed. I would have thought the Temple of Healing would have helped significantly with this. Is that not correct?
No need to direct.
Okay, how's the body scan going?
Still working on the right arm. Layers have been removed and there are additional work being done on it. It's like peeling off.
Okay. While you continue to work, can I ask more questions?
Yes.
What is the significance about the house that I'm staying in?
What do you mean?
Well, we've all seen, me and my family have seen the gray lady. Who's the gray lady that's staying in the house? And why is she there? There must be something important there for her to still be there. Can you help us to understand? Is it the location, or is there something in the house holding that spirit there?
Don't know.
Okay.
It feels more related to you than to the house.
Oh, that's interesting. How is it related to me?
To your family. It's not something related to that house, it's something related to you.
Could you tell me more? Because we haven't seen anything like that until we arrived here.
It has to do with the ley lines and your ancestry. It's a connection.
Is it connected to Helene somehow? Are we on a ley line?
the ley line and enables the lady to appear, but the messages are for you.
I think it's interesting, Helene had mentioned she can't sleep between of the early morning hours. And oddly enough, that's when the gray lady is awake as well. What's the significance between the early morning hours and not being able to sleep?
I really don't see a link.
Okay. Well, can you describe why Helene can't sleep at that time? Or has difficulty falling asleep?
Energies running through her. And body elemental not being able to cope.
Can you help with that? Can you help with the frequency of that?
We are adjusting.
Okay. Since she was 8, she was afraid to go to sleep. Can you explain to her why? She had mentioned that her mom was in distress and had blamed her for her mother's being in distress. Did that have any effect on it? Another time, Helene was told that she had been abducted. Can you give her more information on that?
She was taken care of and protected from the emotions of the mother. And every time she came back, it was a shock to be back in the density.
So she was abducted.
Yes, we took care of her.
How many times did you do that?
As a baby, we had to take care of her. Mother didn't want to feed her at night, so we had to make sure that the body could cope.
Does that have anything to do with her health concerns right now?
There is a relationship between our emotions and the body.
Is that something you can help adjust or heal?
We are reshifting her molecules and releasing a lot of old energies.
How long will that take?
Next hour.
Okay. So when she was born with an abnormality on her head. What was the reason for that?
Her mother hated to be pregnant, and a lot of the negativity that the mother was feeling towards the baby was concentrated on that portion to protect the baby. She was sure the baby would be abnormal, so her creation was concentrated on one point to protect the body.
Why did Helene, have to go through the removal part of that without anesthesia?
Made her be alert for her environment.
Is that something she knew would happen, being born into that life?
Yes.
And why did she have to experience that?
Her body remained alert for unwanted actions on her body.
How's the body scan going?
We are now vibrating all over the body.
What does that do?
It goes deeper into the structures, provide new healing capacities and replacing what needs to be replaced.
Why is it that she's held on or acquired these blockages? The energy blockages.
She went through a lot emotionally.
So by you vibrating the energy, how is that helping her?
Renewal, accelerating healing.
Is it removing the blockages?
Yes, where possible.
What does she need to know about removing the blockages?
Just allow.
Why did Helene go through structure issues on her house?
What do you mean?
The front of her house that she lives in had structural issues.
That was before she came. It was coming from the parents.
Okay. What does that signify in her life right now? That she's fixing it and repairing it.
Stability and harmony and balance. The tension in the house is being removed. The house will be more at peace. All the energies are removed.
That's good. Helene likes to travel to Glassbury for QHHT group sessions or just a visit. What is her connection to Glassbury?
Merlin.
What's her connection to Merlin?
He is one of her teachers.
So she was an apprentice for Merlin?
No, he is from where he is now, one of her teachers.
Oh, okay. Well, what happens when she goes there?
Closer connection.
And how does that help her in her life now?
Regeneration and having more inspiration.
So Helene, when she does sessions, she often feels fatigued Is there anything that you can do to help rejuvenate her body to do the session?
She doesn't feel fatigue during sessions, it's just the day after.
Is there anything you can do to help her? Or what does she need to do to help her?
We are working on her body now.
By doing the work on her body, what will she be able to do? And how will her body respond?
She will feel less. She will need less time to recover.
Okay. So when she was younger, she used to have nightmares when she slept. What were the nightmares from?
Energies that were sucking her high energy. She was not learned to close her energy, so they had access to her.
Did she, when her mom sent her away to the camp, did that help her with closing off energies?
Don't understand.
She had said her mom sent her off to a sleep camp. I believe she was 5 or 4. And what did the sleep, why did she have to go to the sleep camp? What was the lesson she was supposed to learn there? Does Helene's mother have a message for her?
No.
What are you working on now in the body?
We put her now in a rotating device. She's surrounded by energies holding her.
What does that do?
reprogramming and removing defectious pieces of DNA.
Will this affect her past and present lives as well?
Timelines are shifting.
While you're doing that, can I ask more questions?
Yes.
Helene would like a message from Shanti. Can Shanti come forward and give her a message?
There is trepidation.
Helene would like to know when or if Shanti wants to come back.
September 29th.
Oh, that was very specific. And how will she know where to go?
She'll get a phone call.
And the new dog will be Shanti.
Yes.
Okay. Helene would like to know if she could also adjust Maya's timeline with her frequency at this moment. Is that possible?
What do you mean?
Maya has some menstrual issues with her feminine parts. Can you provide Helene with information on how to help heal that or why it's happening?
Lineage.
And why is it happening?
Alien blood causes incompatibility with humanoid model.
So they have alien blood? That's what's causing the issues?
That is what's causing perturbation.
Can you help heal that?
we can correct.
And how can you do that?
Adjusting DNA.
Is it something you're going to do for Helen as well?
Not needed anymore. End of cycle.
Okay. But now she's into other hormonal shifts. Can you look at that and tell her what you can do to help her out with that?
We will balance and harmonize the shift.
Okay. Where are you at on the body scan?
The joints of hands and knees and shoulder are being looked at.
Okay. What is it that you see?
Need to add cartilage to improve functioning.
And is that what you're doing? Adding cartilage? Okay. How long does that take?
Few days.
Okay. I'm sure she'll be grateful for you working on that and fixing it. So I'd like to know, has Helene's and my paths crossed before?
You're dragon sisters.
Interesting. What did we do as dragon sisters?
Play.
Play? Like what we're doing now?
No. Now is other business.
And what was our life like as dragon sisters?
Playing. Enjoying.
Where did we live?
Space.
Did we both have access to the dragon power that we had before?
Elaine has access to the crystal in the thymus, and you are working with crystals.
Where at in space do we live?
Where we want it.
Interesting. How long did we live together?
Time.
Why is it that I feel that Helene looks like my mother?
There are things that you recognize in Aline that you also see in your mother. Things that you
Was it for me to recognize her energy?
It was for you to reflect back on yourself what it is that you were missing from your mother.
Okay. What was the purpose for that?
To help you.
So why is it important for humanity to evolve?
To what?
For humanity to evolve. Why is it important?
The cycle is ready. The cycle is now evolving. It's not something you can escape. You can resist, but then it's more difficult. But it will happen anyway.
Do we have enough people to help the world and the people evolve? Do we have enough like-minded people?
Still growing.
What responsibilities do we have with that?
Be yourself. And be your authentic self.
How many lives is Helene currently living?
What do you mean?
How many lives is she living at this current time in space?
In space. Thousands.
Okay. Will you show her one of them now? Can you tell me what you're showing her? Are you showing her?
Just energy.
Okay. If we raise our frequency in one life, will it raise in other lives and dimensions as well?
It depends how much you raise it, how much you embody it.
Are our abilities shared between dimensions?
You can access them if you are reaching the right frequency.
What can Helene do to better help herself? Be of service to herself.
Take enough rest.
How many sessions should she do a week?
What do you mean?
She does QHHT sessions. How many should she allow herself to do a week?
She can do 3 if she wants.
Okay. And she won't have the exhaustion the next day?
It's gonna improve.
Okay. And will that help her business? How is the body scan going?
We are still working.
Okay. Are you to her waist yet?
We are working, so working on the hands and the knees.
Okay. So can we talk about Helene and her mother's relationship while you're working? Okay. How many lifetimes have they been together?
5.
Have they had the same relationship through each lifetime? Why do they keep living lifetimes together? Is the lifetimes that they live together, especially this one, has it influenced Helene's overall health at this moment in time?
Yes, she took over some of the patterns of the mother.
And then it manifested in her as stuck energy. Is that correct?
She took over some of the emotions as a sponge.
What was she supposed to learn this lifetime from doing that?
She was clearing the lineage.
So it won't happen again?
Mm-hmm.
And what about the daughter? Her daughter? Has it carried over to her?
She will be able to reverse it.
Okay. What's important for them to know about clearing the lineage of that?
Releasing the emotion.
How are they to do that?
Be honest with their emotion. Feel the emotion.
And what are they supposed to do with it after that?
What do you mean?
Once they recognize the emotion and they allow themselves to feel it, is that all that they're supposed to do?
Yeah.
Okay. And how is Helene going to clear the energy of that?
Let's understand your question.
Okay. What was the purpose for her living those lives with each other, her mother and herself?
She had to learn to understand the patterns and be able to stop that behavior.
What about Helene and her father? Is there any emotions stuck there?
They're still in the plexus force.
Have they had past lives together?
Yes.
And what's the reason for him being in her life?
He was teaching her the pattern of abuse so that she could recognize it.
What is she supposed to do after she recognizes the energy and the pattern?
To stop it.
Will she be able to do that?
She's been doing it.
And the dream she had of her father not too long ago, what was the reason for that?
That was long ago. There was no dream recently.
Okay. Well, what was the reason she had the dream of her father?
He was still trying to influence her and penetrate in her fields. He was not yet completely over. He was still trying to have an influence.
And when she stood up to him, what did that do?
It stopped the connection.
Good. Helene had had another dream about a guide named Alex. What was the guide? Why did he approach her like that?
He was trying to make contact because in Glastonbury the doors are thinner. He didn't understand that humans can be afraid of that kind of contact.
Was he trying to introduce himself?
Yes.
Okay. And why is he coming in now?
To help her on the path she's on.
What's he going to help her do?
Technical information.
That's very nice. Is it technical information for her business?
On how to help people.
How to help people, okay. And how will she know when it's him? Or when to ask for him?
That will grow.
Okay. How's the body scan going?
Spinning.
What area are you looking at?
The belly.
Okay. What is it that you see?
There's fat around the organs.
How can you help that?
We can suck it out.
And how are you going to do that?
Sucking it out.
Okay. What is it there from?
Unreleased emotions.
How long will that take to do that?
2 weeks.
Okay. Helene has said when she gets emotionally charged, her belly swells and becomes firm. What causes that?
Hormones.
Can you help adjust that?
We will adjust the thyroid.
The thyroid, okay. How are you going to do that?
Reprogram it.
Okay. And how long will that take?
2 days.
Okay. And what can she expect in the weeks to come for all this work that you're doing?
Flexibility in movement.
Will she be able to breathe better?
Yeah.
Have you looked at her lungs? Is the twitching from the adjustments?
Yes.
So is Helene and her mother's karmic debt done?
No karma.
Whenever Helene had a previous session, QHHT session, she was able to see light. She was able to see in great detail of a sword and a child. Can you tell her what that was?
I don't understand.
In one of Helene's previous...
I don't understand the image that you say. Don't from a child and a sword?
I believe that's what she was saying. No?
No.
Oh, I thought she said it was coming out of her heart, down her front.
Ah,
And she
yeah. It's not a sword, it was a knife.
Oh, a knife?
A ritual knife.
What was that from?
The priestess, or the priest was opening her up to take out the heart and the child.
Was that a previous life?
Mm-hmm.
So it's something she already experienced?
All this simultaneous.
Oh, okay. And why did she see it in that session?
It was part of the healing necessary for the body.
What was she healing from?
From the trespassing of that knife and taking off out the child and the heart.
of that life did that child live?
Was sacrificed.
And then what was done with her heart? Oh. And how did you heal that for her in this life?
That was not completed yet.
Can you complete that today? Do you need more time?
We are bringing the heart back into the chest.
And how are you doing that?
Just bring it back into the chest.
Okay. How will it fit in her chest with her current heart?
They will integrate.
And what will that do for her?
It will bring back the energy that was stolen. The etheric heart will be restored.
That's nice. And what about the child? What will happen? Or what has happened?
We are healing the belly. Healing the wound in the etheric body.
Could she have a message from the unborn child?
I'm okay, you don't need to carry me anymore.
Can we have a healing message that will help Helene with her mother's energy for this lifetime?
You did your best, it's not your fault.
What is it that you're working on now?
I'm closing the belly.
Okay. And how are you doing that?
And sending energies and frequencies, light.
Okay. So can you take Helene to the healing temple now? Just to show her.
It's not necessary, we're working on her here.
Okay. Does she have any other part of her body that you want to look at?
Still working on the belly.
Okay. Whenever, a few months back, when Helene and I were talking, I did a surrogate session for her, because she was having a slight car trouble. Can you tell her why she was having the car trouble? Why is it that Helene has experienced so much death this year? Many people in her life have passed.
Beside her dog, there was none of them that were close to her.
Oh, okay.
That was just not touching her.
How long will you need to heal or close the belly?
There is a part that is under the liver that is still needing extra light.
Are you bringing in light?
Yes, and internal light.
And how are you bringing in light?
Just by bringing in light.
Okay. So what are Helene's abilities? Will you continue to work on her?
I'm sorry?
Will you continue to work on her?
Yes.
Okay.
I will.
I want to give thanks to the collective consciousness for showing up today. And I want to give thanks for all the work that you brought in and all the healing light, the vibration, the frequency, the twirling. I know you did that for her greater good and to help her. Is there a personal message for Helene?
Believe in yourself and continue the work.
I give thanks to the SC for being with us today, and I'm asking the subconscious to receive to where it belongs with much love and thanks for the help and information it has given Helene today. I know Helene will appreciate it. And I want all the entities from all the other lives to receive back to the past, to where they belong, with much love and thanks for the information that they have given us. And remember, things in the past belong in the past, and we will leave them in the past. We only brought them forward as a curiosity to learn from, to have information to help with the present lifetime. And that way, they're valuable and have importance to us. But as Helene listens to the recording and reviews the material and puts the information into place, it will not bother her in any way, mentally or physically. That's very important. It will not bother her in any way, mentally or physically. That's very important. I would like the subconsciousness and personality of Helene to once again fully return and integrate back into the body completely. Now all of the consciousness and personality of Helene is once again fully integrated back into the body, replacing all the other parts we were speaking to. Now I want Helene to move up, up, up through time and space and orient yourself back in the present day in this time. April 4th, 2024, you're lying here on your bed at your house here in Belgium. You just had a very interesting experience. And I want you to remember that the present life you're living now is the most important life of all, because it's the one that you're focused on at the present time. And we want to give thanks for any information that we can find. In that way, it was very valuable. It will not bother you in any way, mentally or physically. That's very important, that it will not bother you in any way. I'm going to count to 10, and by the count of 10, you'll be wide awake, feeling wonderful all over, as though you've had a nice nap, a nice relaxing sleep, and you'll feel truly rested and refreshed. Anytime you do this, it'll be an enjoyable experience. Now, follow me up as we count to 10, and you'll be wide awake, feeling wonderful all over. 1, 2, you're beginning to breathe a little bit faster, and your blood is circulating. You're coming up, beginning to wake up. 3, 4, you're becoming aware of the physical body, very much aware of the physical body. 5, 6, you can move your arms and legs and muscles are working and the energy is flowing. 7, 8, you're aware of the room and the sounds in the room, and inside the room and outside the room. You're very aware. 9, 10, you're aware of your surroundings and oriented back here in this time and space, in your space. You're coming up nicely, waking up, feeling wide awake, and feeling wonderful all over. Relax.
I was rebelling.
Yeah, I can tell.
I was rebelling because you were asking questions that I was not asking.
Yeah.